think it's fine.
We're ready.
All right. Hey, everybody. We're live.
Hello.
Hi. Hello,
The
friends.
hags are back.
Turn.
The hags are coming to a screen near you.
Let's see. Okay.
Hello.
Uh-oh, somebody's echoing back.
Oh, it's me because I got to mute. Sorry. It's me. It was me.
Mute.
You gotta mute your YouTube chat side.
It was me.
Whoopsie. Whoopsie.
It's fine. Everything's fine, guys. We're doing great, sweetie.
It just always
Hello.
confuses me because I want to look at the YouTube feed and not this feed, and so I get
I hear you.
confused.
I actually am looking at the YouTube feed, so I have to remind myself constantly that I am not looking at myself in real time.
Right.
Because I have.
Now
I
we know
wanna-
how the boys feel when they talk about singing out on the thrust stage, that like they're in all that, like the sound is different. Now we can act like we know what the hell they're talking about.
Ooh,
Yeah.
look at all these people. First time, New York,
Hi.
Western New York here.
Hi, New York.
Hi, New
I'm
York.
in New York
Where's
too.
Shell? Shell's is in
New
Western
York,
New York,
New
right?
York.
Gals is New York. She's Syracuse area.
I
Nice,
forgot.
Western New York.
Don't smack me if I'm wrong about my definition of Western New York.
No, you're fine. Western New York.
Western
My-
New York.
My
North,
maiden name
south,
is
east, west, left side.
I mean, I know Northwest New York. I'm very familiar with Buffalo and the Niagara Falls area.
That's where my
Welcome to all the
parents are
first
from.
time people. Look at you.
nice. Florida.
Oh, this
Oh,
new-
no, by Michigan. Michigan. Yes. I'm from Ann Arbor.
Nicaragua.
Hello, Michigan. Hello, Michigander.
Nicaragua. Hola,
Nice.
Nicaragua. Hola, Nicaragua.
Nice. Look at all these.
Look at all
So
these
cool.
people from everywhere.
We're from all over too. None of us are in the
Yes.
same place.
We are.
I can guess what brought them here.
We couldn't have picked a more diverse across
No.
the country.
We really could not have.
It's like, do we have someone in each corner of the
Just
lower
about.
48?
Basically,
I mean,
Yeah.
we even have like mods up in the only place that we are not the Pacific Northwest. Two of our mods live in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Can you
right.
believe?
Well, and up in the northern
Thanks,
or
Sarah.
the northern part of the Midwest, we've got another mod. So, like, I'm in the southern part of the Midwest.
Yeah.
But we just
Nice.
kind of decided we were going to spread it into all quadrants.
Ah, West Virginia. I'm in Virginia. So
Nice.
near DC.
I'm in New York
Yeah.
City.
Can I find one more person in the Atlanta area, please. I've been begging.
St. Paul, Minnesota.
California.
I'm seeing people from New
I
York
was-
City.
I was
Mm.
born out over those parts.
West Virginia.
I'll take
Or
Alabama, Pam.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
That's so cool. Thanks for joining.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for
guys.
coming.
Wow, we've got over 100 already.
Wow. Okay, well let's
Wow.
let's get into it. Also, I think
Yep.
I think my information
Yes.
is wrong. So guys, normally we do a little news rundown, a little bit of week tea. We've obviously had some new stuff happening, so we're gonna blitz through the news. If it's not super relevant, we're not gonna talk about it, or super time
Our week
sensitive.
T is big T, I guess.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go straight into tour information.
But we still got our welcome and everything. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Stephanie.
What?
Welcome.
Sorry. Hello. See, I'm looking over here and the agenda's over here. Hold on, I got to move the agenda over. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we
All
go.
the windows. All the windows.
All the windows.
Wow.
Welcome to Army Project 529, our Wednesday night week tea. And this is where we get a little bit more. Well, no, we're always crazy. Never mind. My name is Stephanie. And with us, I'm going to say your name, raise your hand. Doc, you can stick your tongue out since your arm's messed up. Okay, Doc, yeah, she's our research person. She leads research. Patricia, she does our map and all kinds of fun stuff behind the scenes. Miss Katie, our golden maknae, right there. She does spreadsheets and takes care of us and babysits us and does our Discord, and she does all kinds of stuff. Christina does our graphics and helps with the website, that basically does the website with Katie. And then Quince writes our blog posts every week. And so we are the team. And then we have a ton, thank you. Then we have a ton of volunteers that help us make it all happen every single week. And we are thrilled that you are here. And the plan usually for tonight is, like we said, we like to talk about the news of the week with BTS. And then we dive into a little bit of week tea. Today, we're going to mostly focus on Hobie's ticketing situation, all that stuff, all the drama, all the craziness. Just give us a few minutes to make a few. Give us a few minutes to make a few announcements. Let people come in, and then we'll start. And then Sunday night it could change. Okay, so if we lose TikTok on Sunday, then our Sunday night lives will not now take place here on this YouTube channel.
This here YouTube.
YouTube.
If a miracle happens and TikTok stays around, then our Sunday nights is over on TikTok on my page, which is just, I think, Steph AP 529. So
Yes.
there you go. And we do a little bit of news, and then we pick a topic, and then about something to do with BTS, and we do a deep dive into that on Sunday nights. So yeah, that's us.
Nice.
Welcome.
Ta-da.
Yay.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yep. Yeah. Well, if you enjoy what we do and you'd either like to hang out with us in person or support what we do, here's some information. So you can support us by subscribing to our Patreon. It's a monthly subscription, $3, $5, or $10 a month. And all of that goes towards keeping the lights on and helping us do what we do. And if you would like to support us and hang out with us, you can come to Kansas City in July, where we are repeating a meetup we had last September, but bigger and better. It's going to be twice as long, twice as fun. So if you'd like information about either of those things, you can find it on our links page, ap529.com/links. I'm going to put that in the chat, and it is recently refreshed. So if you have fat fingers like I do and you hit things wrong, there are big buttons now. So yeah, that's it.
Big buttons.
I love a good big button.
I love a big button.
I love a big button. I love
Tons of big
butts and
buttons.
big buttons.
I cannot lie.
I cannot lie. So I was gonna say a big
You're
red
so
button,
stupid.
I guess it's purple.
I can't help it. If there's any reason to get in a song reference, like,
Right?
yeah.
See, and I'm over here throwing in as many
Where's the
Dr.
laugh?
as I can.
Clap.
But I see
Where's
a
the
big
clap?
red button.
There we go.
Just wanna.
I will pull a red card if necessary. Okay.
Press
It's
the
barely a
buttons.
red
We didn't
card.
do
Who's
anything.
red carding? Oh,
Click on the buttons.
it's fine. It's fine.
That's funny.
A wheat colored card. Anyway.
Straw color, as it were.
All right. Moving right along. We have merch.
What?
We have merch. We do. We, meaning Katie and I, but also the rest of the admin team as well, gets their design groove on. We design our own merch in-house, and it is print to order. And it helps support everything that we do and all of our big, big dreams. We have a lot of big dreams. And so it helps support that. And we are finishing up. I'm doing Yoongi right now. He's the last design that I have to do. We're finishing up our retro series. We just dropped Jin. Happy Jin. And that is up in the shop right now. And Rocker Yoongi should be here within hopefully a week. And then we'll have all seven up and running. We also have some of our new Hag merch. And if you don't know what that is, you got to go check that out. Hag Army, Hag Life, hashtag Hag Life.
Hashtag Hag
people.
Oh, okay. For the new people. Okay. So here's the deal. So women getting online and enjoying something
It's terrible.
is terrible. Just
It's not
terrible.
allowed. It's not.
I mean, people just come out of the woodwork to tell us how old we are and how we should just fade into obscurity because
Yeah.
after a certain age, you shouldn't be enjoying yourself, and certainly not BTS.
Not
Certainly-
BTS.
Certainly not.
Certainly not have the audacity to put it on the internet.
The
either.
How
audacity.
dare? How
And
dare?
so we got called hags in a few viral tweets. And when I mean viral, I mean pretty damn viral.
Viral.
Like
We're
we're
kind of a
talking
big
like
deal. I mean,
we're talking like 1 million views for these tweets.
Yeah.
But like any good hag, we take that and make it our own. And so you can purchase your very own hag merch because we love it now.
Yeah.
Hey hag, how you doing? We love it. So anyways, we have that up and the retro series and more. And the shop is at ap529.com/shop. shop. And like I said, yes.
I was gonna say, somebody mentioned that they just got their J-Hope Retro Series shirt in.
Ooh.
Retro series. That was so fun.
So topical
Yeah.
for tonight.
Yes, because we'll be talking about that because we are definitely. Oh, look at Doc with her.
I love my J-Hope mug. It's the greatest
Yeah.
thing ever.
Yeah, we've got some plans for this. Some tour merch coming up. Some unofficial tour merch. So anyway, yeah, check it out. And thank you so much for supporting us. If you have purchased something from us, we definitely appreciate it.
We do. So we are in week 54 of the blog, my friends. Week 54. What the fuck? Sorry, YouTube. It is A Special Life and Ordinary Life, and it is week 2 of Junguary. We are discussing 2017 to 2020, and that includes the release of D2, Yoongi's second mixtape. So all things ta and just, that. So it's a good week. Make sure you come and join us for our watch party. If you are looking for the blog and you haven't seen it yet, you can find it on our website, ap529.com/blog. And it is the Monday Muster that drops every Monday, hence the name. So yeah, we'll be talking about that a little bit more later, as well as no, we're not going to talk about next week later. Never mind. Just this week.
That one can wait till Sunday.
I forgot what day it was for a second.
I know.
All right. So today we kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier. We are talking all things Weverse and the Hope on the Stage concert tour coming up. So stick around because we've got some really good information and we got some, what is available as far as what we know and what you should be doing at this point in time. So just kind of stick around with us. For those of you who are probably going to start to notice, I have a sling on. I didn't injure myself. Listen. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and today my shoulder decided to yeet itself out of socket and not go back. So we have a sling on until the dislocated shoulder decides it's going to cooperate with me.
Go back to its home.
Yeah, once it decides to stay
for your home
Go back from whence it came.
Anymore. They told me that I was probably flailing around with J-Hope Joy too much, and that's valid. It may have been the reason.
Yeah, she was like, I think I'm going to chance it. We were like, I think you're not.
I think you're not.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think
Ow.
if the
Ow.
live goes too long, we'll just entertain ourselves by watching you try to pop back in.
Solid plan.
Or
Solid
just
plan.
watch it flail.
It's another way of
Pop something
popping.
else out of place.
Yep.
Popping.
Another way of popping. Yeah.
We love Doc for
Popping.
letting
Whoa.
Popping.
Let's never do that again. Let's never do anything popping
Okay,
and locking
that's fine.
related again.
It's
fine.
It's fine.
That's fine.
Let's leave it to J-Hope.
Guys, if you think
Wait,
of
listen.
me, Doc has the most fantastic sense of humor. So
Yes. Yeah, she does.
Yes.
what are you going to do but laugh?
I mean, I did take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen before I left work, and that is helping a little bit.
Could I have
Right.
some of that?
Yeah, really.
Right?
Amazing.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we have literally just the briefest bit of news. The briefest
I
whiff
got brief.
of news.
It's like 2 lines.
A brief for you today. During the Bunk on News. And literally, it's just Weverse is doing shit. It's selling us shit again. No surprise there. If you guys didn't notice, because it kind of happened quietly, RM's Right Place, Wrong Person merch finally dropped, or they decided to finally give us merch for that. So there was, I think, 4 things, and I'm not sure. Some things had sold out. I'm not sure if they've restocked, but there was pens, there was a shirt that was still available the last time I looked. Yeah, there was a hat, and there was something other, like a tote bag.
A tote bag.
I'm not sure what's sold out versus what's not sold out now, but you can definitely check your shop on Weverse and see if that's available. So there is Right Place, Wrong Person merchandise. Also, V's photo book, Rosé, was released for pre-order a couple of days ago. I have not checked today, but as of yesterday, the global was sold out. Does anybody know if that's still the case?
So I wrote this today. Today it was at like 3:00 this afternoon. US and global shops had both been restocked.
Okay, cool. I
But
don't
that
remember.
was like 3:00 this afternoon. I haven't checked it since.
Okay, so they're both in as of this afternoon. They were both still in stock. So cool. That is available for you guys. And just to be clear, you guys, if you live in the US, you can buy either or both. Still, like, but if you don't live in the US, you cannot buy the US one. So there was a little bit of confusion as far as like people thought that there were like two versions. But it's not two versions. It's just one's the US and one is the global.
It's just where it ships from, and
It's
one
just where it
price
ships
looks lower, but when you add on the shipping, they usually come out to really close.
They're
total price.
usually very close in price within like dollars. So yeah, the difference is usually minuscule. Just if you do look though, there is I'm not sure about the restock, but when it first launched, the global was shipping much faster, which I think that's why it sold out sooner, because it's shipping a whole month before the US version.
Now they're 3 days apart.
Okay, so now
The
it's
global is still shipping 3 days before. Like it's shipping March 3rd, and then US is shipping March 6th, starting shipping.
so then there we go. Cool. So that is we've reached the end of our quick news.
That's it.
That's it. That's all the news.
So
News,
now
that's all
we're
the
just
news.
going to talk about J-Hope for the rest of the hour.
Yay!
We love
Clearly,
them all, though. We love them all.
We do
not
love them
forget
all.
it.
This is just the overwhelming amount of news happening this particular week. So the Gala de June. I
You're
messed it
so
up.
close, sweetie. So close.
I
Very
messed up
close.
the other
You're
part.
doing well, sweetie.
Gala
The
de
French charity event.
Yes.
June.
Yes, Jones.
Jean.
Jean.
Yes, Jean.
No, there's not the S sound at the end.
Journée?
They
Correct.
yes,
That-
Jean.
The accent that goes like this makes it go eh instead of a.
Yes.
It's fine.
It's an
And-
accent de
well,
grace.
That French charity event J-Hope's
So
performing.
that French charity event that Jay
There
Hope
we
is
go.
performing at sold out in roughly 10 minutes. All 35,000 seats during their pre-sale moment. Now, we don't know if there was rumors that they were going to potentially hold some general seating behind, and there may be other ways to get tickets. However, all available tickets sold out in 10-ish minutes, which is fantastic, both for J-Hope and the other performers who are there, because it wasn't just Army purchasing those tickets. There were a lot of fans of quite a few very big name groups that were purchasing those tickets. And
And
so
it's such a great cause.
it's an amazing cause. Fantastic news on that one. Also, we would like to once again point out that this gala is happening on January 23rd. And while we are not saying that J-Hope will appear at the Paris Fashion Week happening January 21st through January 26th, he will be in the same city. So the chances.
He's a little
I'm
fashionista.
saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
It might at least swing through, you know? You never know.
Yeah, we're just saying he's in the same city during the same time period. That's all we're saying. So keep your eyes peeled. All of those shenanigans are coming up real soon. So there you go.
Katie, go.
Yes. Somebody asked in the comments, and I noticed we didn't put it down here. I believe the announcement for the event said that it will be live streamed on French network television. None of us are French citizens, unfortunately. So I know we have some French server members. So if one of them can stream from their computer, great. We'll set them up with that. We'll see if we can get somebody.
Some of them are actually going to the
some of them
events.
are actually going, so they may not be able to go. But if we have somebody who's not going, We'll see if we can find somebody to stream it. If not, I'm sure there will be
There
exploring around.
is the possibility the same French television station that is supposed to be streaming this event live is the exact same television station that streamed the Paris Olympics that Jen was running at, that we actually got to see on YouTube. So there's a possibility that since it's the same channel, that there may be that option. But it is the same. It is the same channel that did the
let
I
us
would
know.
Paris.
imagine they'll probably do some coverage.
Probably.
So we'll see if we can find somebody to stream it in the server, since it is a free on national television event.
Won't we all be losing our shit over trying to buy tickets
Well,
when that's going
No,
on?
this isn't.
No, it's the next day.
It's the next day.
I know, but aren't we behind them? So
Only
when it's
like
the
5 or
23rd
6
there,
hours.
it's the
We're not
22nd.
behind them by a whole day like we are.
Okay. Okay.
Or-
Time zones are hard, guys. Anyway, sorry. Just want to answer that question in the comments.
We'll figure out what time it is once we figure out if it's possible for us to stream. We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, if it comes anywhere close to ticket time, no. You can find it anywhere.
The answer is no.
The answer is
No.
no.
Friends.
No.
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 No. No
Never.
merci.
Okay, I'm next. The Seoul concerts for 3 days were reportedly sold out in less than an hour during pre-sale. If that's any hint, the tickets in the States are going to do the more or less the same thing. They're going to disappear in pre-sale. So don't count your chickens for general sale because there might not be one.
That might be all I'm doing on March 18th is counting chickens.
No, don't
Literally.
say that. Manifest. You're getting tickets. You're getting tickets. We're gonna have to do like kind of like this like tapes of like meditation for
Oh, yeah.
manifestation. There's like one voice of us like saying manifest tickets for J Hope and just play it all night. How about that?
All night.
Oh,
All night.
This is good. This is good.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into some logistics here. So registration for pre-sale is available on Weverse now through Sunday, and that's January 19th, 5 Pacific, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. So if you have not yet registered, you must finish your application before membership pre-sale rules have changed. Okay.
Oh, somebody deleted something. Somebody deleted something.
Oh, something.
You have
Yeah,
to
something got
finish-
deleted.
You have to finish your application before our live begins on Sunday. Is what that is.
Okay. Which is a good, so yeah, so if it's getting close to our live, you just got to finish application. It takes, I don't know, what did it take you guys? 3 minutes, 4 minutes?
If that.
It took less than a
5
minute.
minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
to just
It's
go in
like-
there and register for it. And you must have a US membership, so we're talking Weverse membership, for concerts in Brooklyn, Chicago, San Antonio, Oakland, and Los Angeles. And you must have a global membership for Mexico City.
Yep.
Okay. So those are the rules. So, and there's been lots of chatter in our Discord, people asking for help, and there's been screenshots and things like that. So if you need help with any part of that process, we're around, there's lots of people around in Discord that have successfully completed that if you need some help. All right. Cool. Lisa's next.
Oh, I am. Haha. So when you are going through your application process, some of it is very straightforward. Again, we always encourage everyone read it again to make sure that you're catching everything that you need to do. There's a couple places where you have to click a drop-down menu. You have to make sure that your information is correct, your name. They can ask you to confirm your phone number. So you have to make sure that all of that is correct. And then when you get to the end, after you'll see a submit button. And then above that, there are 3 terms of service that you need to agree to. And there's like 3 check boxes, and they're kind of hard to see unless you hover over them. And they are on the left above the submit button, the little check boxes. next to the actual terms of service that you read and go, okay, you have to agree to those before you click the submit button. If you try to click the submit button before you agree to them, it will not process your application. So you have to make sure you click on those. And some people were having trouble finding them, especially when they were on mobile, doing it on mobile. So the submit is the big green button. So once you've done all the things, you hit that big green submit button, and then you are going to be taken to a page where you see a QR code. And it will say application status. It will say applied above that. And it will show you the QR verification screen. So that means that your application was submitted. Now, you can scan your QR code should you wish to. It will take you to another screen that says application verified. We have no indication that you have to do that right now because it says that your application was applied, that you had applied. So you have submitted your application. You don't really need to scan the QR code to make that complete, but if you are a completionist, go for it.
Yes, we have literally no idea what it does, but we don't.
No idea.
We don't think it hurts anything.
Can I add something that is not on the notes?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
All
Let me,
So,
hold on.
if
Let
you-
me, go ahead, Patricia.
If you go to your BTS page on your Weverse app, if you're on a phone, there's a 3-dot menu on one of the corners that you can click. And that will show you a menu that says bookmark, event entries, membership, sync light, this and that. You want to check if your entry is in, you can click on event entries and you will get to your application
Yeah.
for the concert.
So you can check that at any time. And then now it's just, once you've completed that, now it's just a waiting game. So we will wait to see next week. I think Tuesday-ish is when we are saying we will know the answer per the notification time window that we were given. Or did they give us a notification time window? Am I reading something?
No, that's why we're so confused.
Okay, so this is based on past information. With the D-Day tour, everyone was given a window of time where they would find out basically before the pre-sale went live. So we're thinking that it might be something similar to that, but again, we do not know for sure. So take that with a grain of salt. That's just previous knowledge. It could happen like that, but you will find out before the sale, before the pre-sale opens, one way or another.
Okay, I'm gonna screen share now because I put this up for a reason because we're gonna talk about why we're not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
And while she's doing that, just so you know, if you're new to AP 529, we are real sticklers for facts and research-based decision making and data. And so we don't, if we know something for sure, that's when we'll report it to everybody. And if we don't know something or something seems unclear, we will tell you that. So we are full transparency, full honesty all the time with it, especially with this kind of thing. So just bear that in mind. Like if it's not 100% certain, then we won't say it is.
Yes.
So
Okay, so here's where we're at. There were 2 Hype tours that last year that everybody's talking about. It's going to be like this one. It's going to be like that one. And of course, we're also comparing back to D-Day and PTD, which were the last BTS or BTS member tours. Okay, here's all the labels under Hype. Here's Hype. Here's all the labels under Hype.
Hello, Hybe.
BTS and TXT are both under Big Hit. So one of the tours that we're going to talk about is TXT. 17 is under Pledis, but they're both under Hype.
Yes.
Okay, so last year when TXT did a tour, it was similar to how PTD and D-Day went, which is you apply to be part of the pre-sale, and some people are chosen and given a code to participate in the pre-sale. And you find out usually about a day ahead of time. Some people found out as late as the morning of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's one. And that's the same label as BTS. Pledis is where 17 is. And last year, their tour, which people are saying is more similar because it was similar dates. That one, everybody who applied for the pre-sale got in to the pre-sale. Everybody who applied, it was really more of a registration than an application. and everybody got in and they used their Army membership ID as their pre-sale code. So why we're confused is because we've gone back and looked up the notifications for the 17 tour, and the wording is slightly different than this one. The 17 tour notification was very explicit that you are registering. It doesn't use the word application, and it specifically talks about using the code. So that's why we're a little cautious here. It could be like 17, but since they didn't explicitly say that, we're a little wary of promising anything.
Yeah. So I see some people saying not a lottery in the comments. We don't know.
That's what we're. That's
That's
Yeah.
what that. Yeah, that's exactly.
You
what
don't
we're-
know that, actually. You don't know that.
Believe me, we've
Um,
gone through
you
it
can
and
guess.
read it, and if it said what we wanted it to say,
Yeah.
we would tell you.
So what we're saying is be prepared for either or. It could be a lottery. It could not be a lottery. We are fairly certain that it is using your membership number one way or the other. Whether your membership number is your lottery number, if you get it, or if it's everybody who registered uses their membership number. That's probably what it is. But we don't know.
Right.
There's no verbiage that tells us one way or the other for certain that it is a lottery versus it is, or is it not a lot? It is
Yes.
not a lottery.
Yeah,
So
the
Right,
17,
and-
the 17 ticketing notice specifically says register. The BT or the J-Hope one specifically says apply for registration. So that's what we're hung up on.
That's what we're hung up.
I
mean,
can also, do you want to go first, Doc?
So what I was going to say is the reason why we're saying it's unclear is because the verbiage of the J-Hope concert is almost identical to the verbiage of the TXT concert, which was a lottery. But per Ticketmaster, you're using your Weverse membership identification number as your pre-sale code, which is what 17 did, which is where it becomes like is this a hybrid of the two? Or, because the verbiage is like TXT where it was a lottery, but your usage is the code is the same as your membership ID number. And so that's where we're saying we cannot say for certain either way, because right now J-Hope's announcement and the way that the membership is actually a combination of the previous two big Hybe concerts that were handled in two very different ways. And so it's hard to say, but there is still a possibility that your pre-sale code is your membership ID, and there is a lottery wherein they will only allow the people who win the lotteries membership IDs to activate.
Yes.
That's
Get
why
into
we're not sure.
And so it could go
Yeah.
either direction. And what we're trying to point out is you cannot say for absolute certain either way right now.
Just be prepared for either or.
Yeah, prepared.
It's
Yeah.
like a hybrid of the two at this moment in time.
I mean,
yeah, and that
if I can add something, when D-Day happened, and this is kind of what I remember. When D-Day happened, everybody kind of assumed that if you registered, you would get into the pre-sale. And then they sent the pre-sale codes only to a few people, and they actually told us in the very last minute. And I remember that there was, and I followed a few armies and Instagram and stuff. A lot of people like saying, I didn't get a pre-sale code, and like, what is happening? Because they never told me this was going to be a lottery. So I remember very clearly two podcasters that actually make podcasts about BTS, like really complaining because they didn't get a code.
Yeah, and I wanted to point out too, the reason that we do it this way and we say things like you don't know and you want to be ready is because if it is going to be a lottery, like if there's a chance that it's going to be a lottery, then you're better off connecting with people and having friends, because if you don't get a code but one of your friends does, then you guys can figure out the ticket situation better. So we're not interested in being right. We don't care whether or not we're right or not if there's a lottery. We want you to be able to get the best chance to get tickets. And so we need you to be prepared for any scenario, lottery, no lottery. And so that's why we come down hard. And when people say, no, there is no lottery, it's like, you don't know that. Unless you're a Hybe employee or, you have some insider information, you don't know that. And so I'd rather you be prepared than not, if that makes sense.
Yes, Mary Stewart, we absolutely made that joke
We
last night.
we agree with you, Mary.
Yeah, at this point, we're like, this is like the
natural
Hunger
selection
Games of
taking
tickets.
place.
But like
Yeah.
And
also
are
like
there-
the Jarndyce v Jarndyce, that's kind of what it's like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And are
It
there
is.
people kind of like going online right now and sort of trying to lead people astray? Yeah,
Yes, there's a lot.
there are. There are
is.
people going on there that are like, oh, you guys, come on, it's this way and this way, because they don't want other people to have a chance the same way that they do. So you just got to be, you got to be able to pivot. So whichever scenario
And
it's
some
going to end up
people-
being.
And some people may actually think that they're right and think that they're helping, and maybe they're not. So, it might not all be nefarious. There could be people out there who are actually think that they're helping, but they're saying the wrong thing. They're giving misinformation. So,
Right.
and they're saying it with their whole chest. There's a lot of that out there right now, too.
Yes.
Mhm.
So that's the information we have. And believe me, we have combed through these notices. We have found one Ticketmaster help page that had more information than the Weverse ticketing announcement. And I'd take that at face value. And even that doesn't specifically say that you're definitely going to get in. So that's why somebody said they called Ticketmaster. I would believe that. I did tweet at Ticketmaster, Live Nation, and Big Hit today and basically say, can you guys please clarify this? Because we're seeing a lot of information. Again, I don't expect them to answer me personally, but if enough people ask nicely, maybe we'll get an updated notification. So yeah, we'll pass on any information as we get. The other thing I wanted to point out, because this actually did confuse me at first, so the tickets go on sale on the 22nd, Wednesday the 22nd, at 3 p.m. local time for the venue. So
Yeah.
if you want to buy tickets for New York, 3 p.m. New York time, which is Eastern time. If you want to buy tickets for Chicago, 3 p.m. Central time. If you want to buy tickets for Oakland, 3 p.m. Pacific time. So that part is important. So theoretically, if you got in queue and went to go buy tickets for New York and you missed, you could get in queue again an hour later and try for Chicago if you're flexible.
For San Antonio. Yep.
Which apparently is
that's
what
a
happened
nightmare.
with the 17 tour, and apparently by the end it was a little challenging.
A wee bit challenging.
A wee bit challenging.
Steph is holding her head.
But yeah, and like somebody said, I
Stephanie.
Steph's just like, I'm going to
Checking in.
lose
Are you
my
okay?
mind.
You guys don't
Hey.
pay any attention to Stephanie right now. She's just going through everyone's range of emotions for them.
Calm
Yeah,
down,
and like-
calm down, my daughter.
She's just
Calm
feeling your
down, calm
emotions
down,
for
my
you.
daughter.
She's just
visibly.
feeling all of our emotions for us.
Yeah, I think part of it is that they're just, part of me wants to believe they're just fucking with us because they can. I don't really think that's true.
Right.
Part of me thinks that they are, like somebody said in the comments, I forget who, they are going to continue to try to do things to throw scalpers and bots off. And so they have to
Yes.
keep changing enough to and the rest of us are like, okay, but I'm here and I just want to buy a freaking ticket. So, you know.
I think you're next, Patricia.
Yep.
Oh, I'm next.
Yeah.
Okay. The ticket sales, so general sale, start on the next day, the 23rd at 3 p.m. local time for the venue. The same thing. That would be Thursday in the U.S., but that might
If
not
they make it.
happen if they disappear in the pre-sale. There's
Yeah.
going to be no general sale, which is usually what happens with BTS concerts. If you see tickets being sold now anywhere, and there's a bunch of websites, and I'm not going to say names, but there's a bunch of them. They're a
Double.
scam. They're a scam.
Yeah.
Don't buy them. You
Yeah.
know, it's like you're going to drop like $300, $400, $500, $600, and you're going to lose them.
Yeah. This we will say
So-
with the chests.
Don't.
that's
Don't buy
terrible.
them
That's terrible
now.
to take advantage of people like that.
I had
it's-
somebody confidently in my TikTok comments today telling me that they had bought a ticket for $638, and I was like, "You have bought a ticket that person doesn't have yet," and that is
Yeah,
not
and
against
they may
terms of
not have.
service. Yeah, they are allowed to sell tickets that they don't have and have no way of guaranteeing they'll ever get, and all you get is your money back.
And you
they
have
make
no idea what
wait.
they actually paid for it.
Well, yeah. They will give you your money back, but they'll give you your money back like the day of the concert. Like I was reading stories of people, they give you your money back like 30 minutes before the show starts.
Yeah.
So
In fact, also in the announcement that is in the Ticketmaster website, it says that they won't give you the barcode for your ticket until 48 hours before the concert. So either showing you tickets with barcodes, they're not real. It's a scam. Don't buy them. Don't lose your money that you're gonna need to buy a real ticket on the 22nd when the pre-sale starts. So then again, like the tickets for North America and the Asia tour are not for sale right now. The only ones that have been sold out are the ones for the 3 days in Seoul, like I said before.
And so it's not on the agenda at all. So really quick before we move on, can I add one thing about resale tickets? So even if the general sale doesn't happen, like if everything sells out in pre-sale, you will see after that, you will see resales pop up for people who they got too many tickets that they ended up not needing, whatever it is. Maybe they can't go after all, or they bought them just to sell them, because that happens too. Although we do think that a lot of this rigmarole that we're going through is some sort of, it's meant to minimize the amount of reselling that is going to happen, but it's still going to happen. But again, when you are looking into that, if you don't get a pre-sale code, if you miss out on getting a ticket on your own and you're looking to purchase some resale tickets, make sure you are going to reputable sources. Should I bring up what we talked about in our meeting last night, or
I'm fine with it.
what?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
So last night in our admin meeting, we discussed creating, because we already have we've got a whole section in our Discord for this tour. And so we figured we'd create another subthread underneath of it, which is going to be a basically like a ticketing hub, or someplace where people can get together and be like, I have tickets for sale. We will be opening that once the tickets have gone on sale and sold out, and that's a thing for people within our Discord to be able to link up together and make those exchanges. But we will have some rules and some caveats, and the biggest one is that we're not responsible for your transactions. But we did want to provide a place where people could at least feel a little bit more comfortable. And we also won't tolerate anybody being scammed. So if you come into our space and you think about doing that, bye.
Yes, we did write the rules for it today. They are very simple rules.
Yeah.
And rule
Somebody
number
just
2,
made me a moderator. Why?
apparently your name shows up blue with a wrench next to it, so.
Because I'm getting screwed in the deal. That's why.
Okay.
Just kidding.
It
Just
was
kidding.
Riven's idea. We can blame her
Yeah,
that
if you know
our
where you're at,
admin
could you type something?
moderators.
Yeah. So yeah, we basically want to, for our community, we want everybody we want to try to make it as easy as possible for you guys. So anyway, just wanted to add that. Stephanie, it's your turn.
Somebody asked
okay.
a question I think is a good question.
I didn't know I had a topic. Okay, here we go. VIP ticketing info currently available. I'm literally going to read this because I don't know it like verbatim. Okay. The Hope package. You get 1 premium reserved seat, which we think from what we're hearing from Korea is that you actually do get a seat. You don't have to stand. Like some thought it would be like Stray Kids and it was standing only, but it's not. We believe you will get a seat. You get exclusive invitation to the post show and the J-Hope send-off, which I Googled and looked into, and basically he can come out for a bit, say goodbye, maybe sign a few things, maybe give a few minutes before he heads off to the car. Okay. So you might get photos and stuff like that. No professional photos allowed. I think it's just your phones. Access to a pre-show J-Hope sound check. We all know what that is. Specially designed VIP gift item, a VIP laminate and lanyard, a pre-door merchandise shopping opportunity, which that makes me just feel like you'll get to buy stuff, the merch, before everybody else gets in, so you'll get early access. Early entrance to the venue, and a designated check-in and on-site VIP event staff, just to make you feel extra special.
Woo woo.
Whoa, wow.
It will be special.
You will
Okay.
be special.
Okay, then we have the stage package, okay? You get the premium seat, the access to the pre-show with J-Hope. So the thing that's missing from this one basically is the send-off, okay? So I'm going to reread it, but you're not getting the send-off. Okay, so you get the premium seat, the access to the pre-show, the specially designed VIP gift item, the laminated card and lanyard, the pre-door merchandise shopping opportunity, the early entrance to the venue, and the designated check-in and on-site VIP event staff. And let me just say, I love how they say the pre-door merchandise shopping opportunity. It's just a really classy way to see we're going to take all your money.
Yeah.
Should
get
you
to
have
get-
any left?
Yeah,
Should
you get
have
to-
any left?
You get to shop the
Very
merch.
classy.
Yes, you can
Show
buy
me
more
the
stuff.
money.
Yep. So those are the two. Those are the two VIP packages. And as Quinn's just said, the cool thing is what we've done in our server, in our Discord server, is just like we started off, we tried it the first time with Augusty in the movie theaters. And we were like, part of the whole goal of Army Project 529 is to build community and help people find other Army to connect with. And so the first thing we did way back when was we created channels in our threads that allowed people that were going to different theaters to find other people so they could communicate ahead of time and make plans. We're doing the same thing now for each tour location. So if you join the Discord, or if you're already in the Discord, you can go to the Hope on the Stage areas, and each location that the concert's going to take place has its own thread. And you can hop in there and talk to people and connect with people, make plans to meet up, make plans to eat, make plans to party. I don't know, whatever you want to do. And so I think that's going to be really awesome with helping everybody make plane reservations. When are you getting all that? Where are you staying? Do you have extra room? All of those conversations can take place there, and it'll be a really safe place for you guys to communicate.
Mhm.
So.
Great.
Yes, reserved ticket does mean not general admission, which means that you have an assigned place that you need to go.
Yes.
Yep.
But Mary Stewart brought up a good point. On the Ticketmaster page, it does say the VIP package tickets are not handicap accessible. So
Keep that in mind.
keep that in mind.
That's a good point.
And
That's a
Christina
good
has
thing
dealt
to-
with this for a family member. So
Yes.
her recommendation was to call the venue ahead of time. I would do that like this week and
Mhm.
talk about options, see if you can figure out
Yes.
how to book where you need to be for your needs.
I do
Because-
like the idea of the reserved seat, because my concern was if you got a VIP, I'd be afraid to leave to go to the bathroom because then you lose your spot. But apparently you have an assigned seat, so you don't have to worry about that, because you're going to be there a long freaking time.
Yeah.
That's
You're doing
true.
you're doing pre-show sound check, and you're staying there for the send-off. You're there for a long time.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Christina?
I was just gonna say, and maybe it's changed now, but for D-Day, we waited almost 2 hours for a single wheelchair
Wow.
for my family member at the arena. So I'm assuming it would be faster if you called beforehand and reserved it, but I was not expecting a 2-hour wait for a single wheelchair at Oakland. So that Katie's got some good advice. Call beforehand and let them know
See what you need to
that
do and
you'll
how
be needing
early.
accommodations or
Yeah.
right.
Yep. Oh, and also we haven't mentioned it yet, but as always, the LA dates right now are announced, but there's no ticketing information for them yet. They're kind of on hold. This is for all of the other U.S. states that we're talking about.
Yes.
As far as venue-specific information about what you can bring in, what you can't, call the venue. I would call the venue. Just if it's important to you, call.
Yes.
And you can also, at least in the Barclays Center venue, you actually have in the information of the things that you can bring in and the things that you cannot bring in. So you can also check on the venue site because they usually tell you.
It's true.
Yeah.
You usually get a good layout. And of course, you guys can most of you probably already know this, but if you did not, you can already be looking at the layout of the venue, the seating map, and getting an idea when you get together with your people that you're going to be planning on getting tickets with, about where you want to aim for when you're going for tickets. It might not be an exact thing because they don't know what his stage is going to look like, but you can approximate where you want to sit and you can know where you want to aim for. So I would recommend just being all over your venue's website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Finding out everything you can about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good advice too.
Yeah.
Liz Richter, if you go to our Discord in the Hope on the Stage channel, we have a link pinned to Ticketmaster. Or if you literally Google Ticketmaster Hope on the Stage, there is a Ticketmaster help page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Yes.
Cool.
A lot of venues are going no cash these days. A lot of venues are cards only.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah, and make sure
Oh,
you
those
kind
are
of
some
double
good
check the size bag you can take, stuff like
Okay.
that.
I feel like this would be a good time to tell you the quick story about how I almost got banned
I think you should.
from
Oh.
from PTD Vegas, because this was my first time purchasing a concert ticket, much less a BTS concert ticket, for Permission to Dance Vegas. I went by myself. I had no idea what a concert bag was, a clear bag that you take all your things in. But I did happen to have a bunch of gallon Ziploc bags that I was trying to take into the venue. And I thought, no problem. Clear bag. It's a clear bag. I mean, Ziploc is the original clear bag. Am I right? The way that man
No lies were
stopped
told.
me at the entrance, the security man stopped me and just looked at me. I had to sit there. They had to call a supervisor over. They had to look at the rules. I'm talking about a Ziploc bag. And finally, I was like, you guys, can we be so for real right now? Like, and they were like, you know what? Fine, just go for a Ziploc bag.
Security at PTD was really like, this hag.
Yes. So,
A Ziploc bag.
needless to say, I was much wiser for the Augustine concert. I was much wiser. But
You know,
Oh my God.
Yeah, for the Augustine, she brought quart-size bags, you guys. Quart-size. Don't do gallon. You want-
You're
Yeah,
bringing
no
the wrong hag back to PTD. Can we put the hag army on a stadium bag?
can we put
Yeah,
a
you
hag
know what?
army? Can we put hag army
This
on a
is-
Ziploc
Because then you
bag?
can bring your
yeah,
own
this is a really
army
a great
stadium
segue.
bag.
Yeah, this is a great segue, because
Literally
speaking of merch,
Sharpie hag army on a
Yes.
gallon-size Ziploc
yes,
bag.
yes,
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but-
get my bags, Christina, because you're coming here, so I'm getting my Ziploc bags and just write hag army and all of them.
yes. As it turns out, the venue website will give you very good instructions on what types of bags you're allowed to bring in.
Did you see my
So,
bag?
yes, exactly.
You see my
Which
Ziploc
that
bag.
Did you see
that
my
actually brings us to a good point, because there's fun stuff about this tour. It's not all anxiety and chewing our nails off. Okay, let's talk about some fun stuff. So we are going to be designing some tour merch for AP 529. There'll be a tour themed AP 529 design. I want to use some of the elements that we already have and perhaps some new things as well. We want to have a few designs to choose from, hopefully, so that you can rep AP 529 when you are at the Hobie concert, or if you don't go to Hobie concert and you just want some Hobie concert themed merch,
Yep.
that'll be cool as well. And so that's going to be hitting soon. And then we have a flat AP 529 in progress. So something that you could hopefully print out and carry. And then if you get on camera and you want to show off AP 529, that's fun. That's just fun. Identify yourself to other potential 529ers in there.
Yes.
And we're just letting our imaginations go wild. What else would be fun concert related merch that we could come up with? And so if you have an idea, throw it at us in the Discord. And otherwise we're just thinking of fun stuff. What would be fun to take? So yeah.
Steph's team, I won't spoil, but Steph's team is coming up with some fun ideas of things you could maybe do if you're attending, to be in the 529 spirit and get to know people and spread the word and have fun.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And maybe win something.
And maybe win something.
Woohoo.
Maybe win something. Who knows?
Maybe.
Well,
We
who
don't know
knows?
yet.
Yeah. And the merch that that Christina was talking about, we were just greedily looking over the tour posters, and I mean, we definitely want to use his aesthetic a little bit because it's such a good one.
Yes.
I mean, those tour posters, right? Who's excited about?
I mean, did you see the tweet where somebody had gone back to August D's very first Instagram post, and it was just a red square, but it's the same color red square as the red square currently behind J-Hope for his tour? And coincidence? Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe
Maybe
not.
not. Yeah. Yeah.
So much
Oh,
red.
it's such a cool aesthetic, though.
So,
Lots
but
of
I
red.
mean, that's the anxiety stuff. But like now about the fun stuff, like everyone's excited, right? I know that we talked a lot about like Hobie don't come to North America because our pocketbooks are screaming, but here we are. We also said that where there's a will, there's a way. So
I mean, my pocket is screaming preemptively, but like we're gonna fucking figure out how to make it work.
the wallets are screaming preemptively, yes. But it is very exciting. And for a lot of people, it will be their first BTS and or BTS member concert.
Me.
People in our community have told us that this will be the first one.
Mm-hmm.
If I end up, it would be the first for me if I'm there. I think Doc as well, Stephanie as well.
Mm-hmm.
First one. So.
Yep.
And I see some comments where people are saying, you know, I'm just so stressed, and why isn't this
She's out here
easier?
selling her mom and her kidney.
Yeah, I totally get that, but I also want to point out that nowhere else for a concert will you have more support and more people you can lean on and more help and more people to scream and get excited with. So I get it, but at the same time, it is so freaking fun.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. Like, it's not just the concert. Even if you don't go to the concert and you're in the city, when a bunch of army descend and they're all joyful and in a good mood, it's fantastic. So there is going to be a lot of really good joy going around. It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to throw something in here.
We wanted to do the threads because we wanted to be able to have people connect beforehand. So by the time you get there, you've already got a group of people you're having from the get-go. That's what happened with Kansas City. That's what happened with, Hope on the Street and JK's movie and all those things. It makes a huge difference if you already have a community that you've built together and you're all excited together and on the journey together. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to throw this here. There's 2 concerts in New York. I don't know which one I'm going to go to, but I might show up at the venue the 2 days because I just want to see armies. So
yeah, plans are still up in the air, but even if you're not sitting with people, that doesn't mean that you can't meet up with people.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Hey, not right now. We don't need your poster right now. Okay, hold on.
You have.
We just got an alert.
Tay.
Nobody freak out. It's just Tay's poster.
I know. No,
it's poster. Stop.
It's Quince didn't say his name for 45 minutes straight, and he's like, "That's it."
He has to check. He has to check. He comes knocking. Hey.
He's like, "No." Nope.
Hey, and I'm like, I know.
We haven't forgotten you.
About you. We did talk
Focus
about
on me.
Yeah.
Focus on me.
No.
Oh, well, how's hopefully everybody in the comments is doing well though. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we ask if there's any questions that we haven't answered, or
Yeah. I mean,
we don't have all the facts, but
One thing that somebody said today, I think that it's possible, but I'm not sure if I should say it, about credit cards. The credit cards in your Ticketmaster.
Didn't we did see, I believe that
we did see that you don't have to put your credit card. If you want to use the credit card of somebody else, you can use it. So you can add it to your account. You can add also several modes of payment. That's
we
kind
do
of a
recommend
safety net, because
we do recommend doing that ahead of time too.
Because if you have one credit card and it doesn't go through, then you can try a second credit card, and I think you can even link it to your PayPal. So, like, check that ahead of time. If you plan to buy more than one ticket or several tickets, or like buy like an expensive ticket, like, a VIP package or something like that, make sure you call your bank.
Yes. And this is another thing, like, make sure that you guys, if you get together, if a group of you are trying to get tickets and different people are purchasing for different people, and you've got people are using credit cards here and there, make sure you guys discuss your financial limits. Like, make sure you know what your hard limit is for what you can spend on a concert ticket, and that Somebody else isn't making a decision for you based on what they can spend, because somebody else might be able to spend more, somebody else might be able to spend less. So you want to be on the same page for the people that you are ticket grouping with as much as possible, because you don't want to bankrupt yourself like for this concert. Like, yes, it's going to be a great time, and yes, time of our lives and all of that, but like real life is still real life, and you don't want to put yourself into financial trouble trying to get a ticket for J-Hope. So make sure that you discuss, you know, your limits, talk to your bank ahead of time or your credit card company ahead of time. It doesn't hurt to talk to them. So if it would make you feel better and have peace of mind to talk to them and be like, hey, I might be doing this big purchase, just go for it. And then get everything entered in on Ticketmaster ahead of time, all your credit cards in there. If you want to link your PayPal, get that in there. Make sure you got your password in there and it's saved, so you have to do as little as possible.
Yeah.
And you're clicking through to get those tickets.
Because when your hands are trembling trying to get a ticket, it's very hard to kind of like figure it out. And if you I would have panicked if I had to type my number, my credit card number.
Yeah,
while I was
exactly.
getting tickets for DA. So
And that's when you get to check it out and it's disappeared from your cart, you know, because you took that extra time to type it in.
Yeah,
versus if it was
exactly.
already in there. Yeah. So
Katie, do you want to answer that question about surge pricing? Kind of what your thought on that is?
Yeah, and I saw another question. How do you, if someone use a ticket again, if someone else bought it for you, Ticketmaster has a way to transfer your ticket to another person. So the way it would work is that somebody buys it, somebody else pays them for it on PayPal, Venmo, PayPal, whatever, and then in the Ticketmaster app, you can transfer it to the other person.
it's very easy. It's very easy.
It's all
But
in the
there's a
computer.
note in the VIP packages. Those tickets are personal and non-transferable and non-refundable. So if you buy a VIP package, it has to be for you. You cannot transfer it.
And you can't be refunded.
Correct. There are no
And you
screenshots.
can't be
You
refunded.
need to get the things on the Ticketmaster app. Like, don't trust anything else.
Also, where Ticketmaster is concerned, once you have your ticket, you need to pull your ticket off of Ticketmaster. Like there's a way to assign it to yourself where you actually like claim the ticket, because they're transferable, but once you claim them, they're not, and that will prevent somebody from hacking in and taking your ticket.
Yeah.
So once you have your ticket, you wanna download it into your ticket space.
So regarding surge pricing / dynamic pricing, they have not specifically said either way if they're going to do it. That said, I think all of us would be pretty surprised if they didn't. Number one, because Hive, which again owns 100% of Big Hit, has said that they will use dynamic pricing wherever they can, wherever it's legal. And number two, they have used dynamic pricing in all of the past Hive group tours. So we would be shocked. They did it at D-Day. They did it for TXT. They did it for 17. So even if you see, I know there were, like I said, there were a lot of tweets and videos going around saying, oh, the max price is, I think it was somewhere in the 250s or something like that. That may be the max base price, but they can apply whatever multiplier they want to that. So I think that's, to Quince's point, if you're giving somebody else that you trust your credit card to help you buy tickets, talk about this is your top. Talk about what your limit is.
Yeah.
Be firm.
Dynamic prices is that basically based on how many people there are buying tickets, which will be a lot, they increase the prices based on demand.
Yeah.
Based on demand. Yeah.
I don't want to know what that means about him having a metrosexual parashad look. What the?
Parisian? Maybe she meant Parisian.
It might have been. I think they meant to say Parisian. Metrosexual.
Again, this isn't written down, but based on what we saw previously, yes, dynamic pricing would happen during the pre-sale if they're going to implement it.
Yes.
That's why a lot of people are saying that you need to pay attention when you're checking out, because if you have a max price that you're comfortable with, you may put tickets into your cart that are $200, and by the time you hit the checkout, they're $800. Then you have to go back into the stadium and find new tickets. And so that's where the dynamic pricing can happen. So you want to pay attention as you're checking out to make sure they didn't go dynamic while you were buying them.
Yeah.
And also, you might put them in your cart, and if you don't hit the pay button quickly enough, they might disappear, which is what happened to me on D-Day.
Yeah.
I actually put 2 tickets in my cart. I went to pay for them. I took too long and the whole thing disappeared and I had to start over again. So, yeah.
As far as what Canadians should do,
Stephanie, hold on. We gotta check in. Stephanie.
You're right over there.
But you know
yes,
what?
head between the knees.
You
okay?
breathe.
You get in the recovery position.
Yeah. You breathe, you go like, okay, let's start again.
Deep breaths.
And you just go for it.
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
like what Lisa was saying earlier about figuring out which area of the arena you want to sit. It's kind of key because if you lose your mind looking at every single part of the arena, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So knowing that you're in like this 3 sections and they're going to be looking in those 3 sections between this row and this row is what's going to get you the tickets.
The best thing to do is to get in and get out as quickly as you
Mhm.
possibly can.
Just like
Because that
do
also
it.
makes it easier for other people.
Okay, Steph,
Yeah.
it's like supermarket sweep. You got to get in
Yeah.
and you got to get the
Supermarket
hams.
sweep.
Yeah, supermarket sweep. That's what this
Mhm.
is.
Imported
Yeah, and the
cheeses,
get in
Steph.
and get out will help you too, because once you make it to the end of the queue and you get into the stadium, you've only got like a 15-minute window that you're allowed to be in there. And so you want to find your tickets as fast as you can, throw them in the cart, check out as fast as you can, because if you get to your cart and somebody's already taken those tickets, you want to have time to go back in and find more tickets. So the faster you move, the better your chance of actually getting tickets.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Somebody asked about Canada. So let's say
Canadians,
a
we-
lot of people are very upset, and I totally understand their upsetness. I hope, as with everything, that they're not taking their upsetness out at Hobie, because I'm sure this wasn't his decision. But yeah, from what we have seen, anyone in the world can register for a U.S. Army membership by basically picking a random address in the U.S. I have seen lots of people using the Hive America address.
The memes are memeing.
That one makes me laugh pretty hard,
I was
because that's
freaking
like
dying.
a boss mode move.
So
We're not
there-
encouraging that, but we're also like not.
Well,
As far as
I
I'm-
also saw something though that said once they go to verify your billing address
Yeah.
with the ticket, with the fake address that you put in for your U.S. membership, you might get some trouble.
Well, here's the problem. So, as far as I know, it's the credit card and the ticket, like the Ticketmaster address, have to match. So I don't understand how the Weverse membership address
no,
is related.
Because didn't they say you could use a different credit card? It doesn't have to match your
Yeah.
ticket number. You can use a different credit card.
As
Yeah.
long as your credit card is added to your Ticketmaster account,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what the name on the card
You
is.
have somebody's name.
Yeah. So that's the part that we can't 100% guarantee because we haven't done it yet. But we have seen a lot of people purchasing a second U.S. membership. Yes, Steph.
How much time do we need to allot to be sitting? Okay, here's my concern. If the sales start at 3 p.m. my time, which is what I'm rooting for with Chicago, and I'm supposed to leave work at 5, am I going to be sitting at my work for the next 6 hours trying to get? I mean, as this process goes through.
No, because
No,
the
they're going to be
tickets
sold out in an hour.
the tickets sell in less than an hour. So
Well, then why are they
just, like,
saying you have 50, everybody has 50, like this, each cycle has 15
You get-
minutes?
So you remember we were talking about they'll likely do a waiting room situation at the
Yes.
beginning where before the pre-sale begins, you can queue up or you can get into a waiting room to be queued. And usually they open that like a half hour or so beforehand. And you're basically just kind of sitting there. It's like a waiting room, basically.
Okay.
They don't play
and then
elevator music, but
Yeah.
it's more or less like that.
once the pre-sale starts, you get assigned a spot in the queue. Then that's what time then that's basically the number. And then you sit there and you can watch the number change. And you see how many people in theory are ahead of you. And that number will go down. And then when it hits 0, you will enter the pre-sale. Once you enter the pre-sale, you will have a timed amount. You will have an amount of time. We said 15 minutes because that's pretty standard. You will have a set amount of time in order to get tickets in your cart for them to be reserved in theory for you to check out with them. So, but if you get to the end of that, they will boot you out and you haven't made a purchase. They will boot you out and you will have to come back in.
Yeah.
Now, if you go through the checkout process and you are not successful, like if your tickets get taken out of your cart, you can turn around and you can and you can enter again yourself.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
To
It's
answer
fun.
Deb, yes, you can click on a price and it'll say your ticket's $150 and you put
I'm
it in your cart
telling
and go to check
you.
it out and it becomes more. So be very
I'm-
careful before you hit that last
Yeah.
button.
Don't be discouraged by large numbers in the queue. When I say
Yes,
queue,
don't.
I say Q-U-E-U-E. You may see that word. It basically just means line in French. En
All right.
français.
If no one has any more questions, because we're a little over time, somebody requested that we have Quince do a live reaction to the poster, which I may or may not have pulled up on my other screen.
Oh,
I think that
I
this-
like it. I
I think
like
that
it.
this-
doing that. Okay.
You guys
helpful.
can share with us.
That's fucking rude.
Oh boy.
You're welcome.
This poster is fucking rude. So gird your loins.
Yeah.
with,
Great.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh boy. All right.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Hit me.
Cool.
Lisa
Hit
is
me.
girding her loins.
Cool. Cool.
Oh,
Cool.
hold
Cool.
on. Let me get
Oh,
God, there
oh.
Yep, let's start at the top.
Why?
So,
Why?
there we go.
You have to get rid of that. Ignore. You may have already
There
hit
you
it.
go. I got it. So let's see how
No,
far
it's
that
still
goes.
faded
Okay, that was
out.
there. Oh wait, there's more. Hold on. Oh,
There you
boy.
go.
She's losing her mind.
I'm actually not sure what's happening with the eye right here, to be
Magic.
honest. But
He's winking.
I would not have
To
chosen
me, he
that
just
picture.
looks annoyed.
Yeah,
in that.
I
I'm
would
like,
not have chosen
what?
that picture. He is a beautiful
Just
man.
looks annoyed. Take the picture.
Take the photo.
Medic. Medic.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
They had all the audacity to call all of this a concept poster, number one. Poster.
Okay,
They called this a poster.
there it is. Shall we do one more
Breathe.
time?
Breathe.
Yes, one more time. She's not breathing yet.
One more time.
She's take a breath, Lisa.
Here, let's just get the full.
Why do you guys hate me?
Because we love
We
you.
love you. We're doing
Out
it
of
out of
love.
love. We're doing it out of love.
I will never get over that picture. I'm sorry.
This one is so fucking rude.
So rude.
Yeah, the rest of it very rude.
This is going to be immediately downloaded to phone for reasons we're not going to talk about.
We all know the reasons. We all know the reasons. That shirt.
There are
That
so many
shirt-
reasons.
That shirt is really
Like
good.
a million reasons.
This,
Those
this
stitches were
entire
running
post.
with thread.
This
The
entire
tay
post.
of my destruction.
Oh
All
Lord.
right. Well, if anyone is bored tonight, I think that the Tay channel will be popping.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, we do have a thread for Reve underneath Tay's channel, by the way. So that's where all these pictures go. Because we try not to put them in the general server. Yeah, we try not to put them in his main channel in case anybody who buys the book wants to be spoiler free until they receive the book. We try to respect everybody in that way. So we do have a thread for Reve where you can post those spoiler pictures and squeal over them and talk about them. So please join that channel. And thanks, guys. That was great. I feel really great. Feel
This is why we do it.
This was by specific request, popular demand, we say.
I feel kind of lightheaded, actually.
Yeah. Except what I have to tell my child is smell the flowers, blow out the candles.
Okay. Well, that was fun. I mean, if it's not one member, it's another, right?
Yeah.
I know.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Any more questions?
Thank you
Try to
guys so much.
head over to the Discord. We'll do our best. We do not have all the answers, but we try.
Oh, I did have one more thing we didn't say, which is for anybody watching. If TikTok does go bye-bye, you can find the project account on X, on Insta, on YouTube, and on Threads.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. And most of us, I think all of us have individual accounts on most of those
Yes.
apps
Yep.
as well. For
Yep.
sure,
I
Instagram.
put our individual Instagram links on the social media website page today.
Huzzah.
Huzzah. We should probably put our X handles on there too, I guess.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not putting mine on there. I'm
Well,
not
you know what,
opening
that's
myself up.
Look, you
If
did not
we
see
might-
some of what I saw today. It was
Yeah.
vicious.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, we're on X, but we're not super public on X. as individuals.
No,
because apparently, we're old ladies who don't.
because we're
understand.
hags.
We're
I
hags.
hide
who
in the
understand.
corner.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of really, really good stuff out there, but it is also really, really easy to find assholes when they don't ever have to show their face or their name.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And we're apparently too aged to be allowed to continue living life happily.
Aged, like a fine Parmesan.
we're aged. That's what we
Like a
don't
good
know how, we
wine.
don't know how Twitter works because we're so aged. Even some of the people who were defending us, which bless them. Yes,
They
I
were
said
like,
bless.
these bitches aren't on Twitter.
They were like, why are you bothering these nice old ladies who are just minding their own business and probably don't even know how Twitter works? And I was like, ma'am, I am in my 40s. Okay.
I'm reading that tweet and like thinking to myself, man, I was there when this thing started,
I know. I
We're
was
not
reading
even
that.
born.
I'm like, ma'am, we're the generation that fucking invented social media. Like
Exactly.
Well, if I may say too, just so everybody knows, look, I'm not freaking out about like the whole, I am freaking out about the ticketing thing. Not because of the way the ticketing thing was, but because I know me. And I know me in technology. So it's myself that I'm afraid of. I'm not afraid of the ticketing system. I'm having anxiety over my fat fingers, my slow fingers, my inability, I'll be freaking out and trying to read too fast and I'll miss that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that freaks me out.
That is one thing we didn't mention, and somebody asked it in the comments, but we do highly recommend that you go for your computer over your phone
Yes.
when you're trying to purchase tickets.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to have a multiple device situation going on to see what works for you or have a backup in case something fails, sure. But we would highly recommend having your actual desktop or laptop computer be your main focus, your first line of defense for getting tickets, because it's so much easier to see the whole page, click on things, not accidentally yeet yourself back to the previous screen, because for the love of Bangtan, for the love of our leader, Kim Namjoon, do not hit that refresh button at any point in time while you are in your ticketing process, because it will only end in despair, my friends. Despair. Never hit the refresh button.
all the regrets you will have.
You will have them.
Many
all
regrets.
the regrets.
Steph, close your eyes. She's panicking
You hit
again.
that refresh button. Don't do it.
Yes.
Don't do it.
You're gonna be fine. You're doing great.
Everything's going to be good. And if you don't get the pre-sale, if you miss out on a ticket, there's going to be opportunities for you to still be able to find tickets. There's plenty of people out there who are going to have extras, or there will be resale opportunities. Don't freak out automatically. It's going to be fine.
Everything's
We're all,
gonna be
it's
fine.
gonna be great.
It's gonna be good.
We're all doing great.
All in this together.
Every-
One,
Just
Cool. Every time.
imagine yourself in the same
Have fun
room
now.
for "You're My Hope." I'm your
Yep.
hope. Just
Yep.
imagine yourself in the same room.
Listen.
Shut your mouth. You better record.
We're all
this.
gonna scream.
All right.
Hi guys, thank you so
Later.
much. We love you. Don't
Love you,
forget,
yeah.
if there's no TikTok, we'll be here on Sunday.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.